We now want to talk of the blockages in the grieving process. To some extent, each of us, because of who we are and the journey of our life, have different situations that can completely block you from the grieving process, and therefore make it very hard for you to reach this place where you are ready to build new strategies, new relationships, and new plans of how the family will go through this knowledge that your child is struggling with autism. Blockages will just make it so difficult for the family to go through. If one member of the family is being unrealistic and doesn't want to deal with the emotional ups and downs with grief, you are now going to put additional stress on the family in a very challenging situation. So we all need to try to find ways in which we will be real and open, and find situations where we can talk about our emotions, our fears and struggle, so that we can come to terms with it, and together as a family and with our staff and consultants at EAP, we can find really good and healthy strategies to help your child work through the struggles of autism. Let me talk about some of these major blockages. The first one I want to talk about is resentment and bitterness. You find yourself resenting it so much. All these additional struggles with parenting and putting processes for a child struggling with autism, the demands on you, the demands on your relationships, and you can find yourself becoming so resentful and so bitter about it. You may be a person with a lifestyle and a personality and a career, and now your child's situation is taking away from that. The things you plan to do, the way you choose to live, the jobs you wanted to do, the ambitions you have are all being challenged and questioned because your young child is struggling with autism. If you now focus on the negative, you are just going to build a mindset that is going to be so resentful and so bitter, and it is not going to help your child or the strategies we're going to give you. You must work through these very toxic, negative emotions. They're not going to be good for you emotionally or physically or relationally. You have to begin to talk about it. You will be surprised how the very simple process of opening up your heart, of sharing your feelings, can bring release from the stress and pressure. The second area you need to look at is anger. Spouses turn against each other under very strong crisis, like finding their child struggling with autism. You don't want to lose your marriage, your family, your relationship, your intimacy because of what your child is going through. You want to find guidance and strategies in which you can keep the marriage and the family intact while you are both working through the challenges of a child with autism. So don't let yourself blame each other. Don't let yourself say this is happening to us because of what you did or because of how you behave or what you went through. Do not blame each other. It will bring tremendous anger against each other. Now, you sometimes have to find new strengths to deal with this. Blame shifting, finding someone to blame, looking at the negative are not going to help you in this journey. In fact, they're going to be a blockage against the journey of dealing with the grief and coming to a place of acceptance and working through the challenges you're now going through.